Okay, so here I've added a couple more pictures and I just want to share with you some tips and tricks um, before we continue. I didn't like this picture here on the right of my friends. So I just wanted to show you here that you can turn on and off your layers using the eyeball tool. Here I can turn off this layer, but notice it wasn't selected. I can turn on and off any layer I want to. But I want to replace this picture with another picture that I have. So here I can see that the picture I want to replace it with is back here. And I can either get rid of the this picture by turning the eyeball off, which is the easiest to do. And I want this other picture of my friend and me. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select around the part I want to keep. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. Select inverse and select everything around it and hit delete. But you see what happened? I was not on the layer that I wanted to affect. I was actually on that old layer that I got rid of. So now I have to select that layer, make sure that it's highlighted in order for what you want to do to affect it. So now I'm going to hit delete and it has deleted everything that I wanted, that extraneous stuff at the top. And I'm going to do Command D to deselect the marching ants. Now there's another picture I want to bring in. It's right, whoops, not there. It's right here. This is a picture of me and my friend, but notice that it came in on its side. So just so that you know, you can go up here to image rotation. And in this case, I can go 80 degrees, 90 degrees counterclockwise, which is here, or clockwise. I'm going to go counterclockwise to get it nice and straight. Now another little shortcut that you can do, again, here's another picture where there's a lot of stuff behind us, and I just really want to focus in on the two of us. So I can actually make the selection from here of what I want to keep. So I think I'm just going to take that. And this time I'm going to say, I'm just going to copy it from the picture itself. So I'm going to say Command C, and then I'm going to go over to my SeniorSquare and I'm going to do Command V. And there is the part that I've selected. Now notice when it put it in here, it put it wherever my last layer was. So layer 6 might be underneath layer 4 and so forth, but you just have to keep an eye on it and make sure that you get what you want. Now this is a little bit too big, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to crop that top part off. And I'm not doing it inverse because I want to delete that. So I'm going to just delete it like that, hit the delete button and do Command D to get rid of the marching ants. And now things are looking pretty okay. I think I might just move this up a little bit. Now you can always move things with the move tool and your clicker mouse. But if you really want to, you can also use the arrow keys on your keyboard so that you can make smaller adjustments. Usually these are about a pixel. I think I'm going to bring that up just a little bit. That means I'm going to bring these other three up and I'm going to put these together. You can select multiple layers by holding the Shift key down and selecting those layers. And now I'm going to just bring up the rest of the three of those. Okay, so here is my SeniorSquare. I'm going to deselect all three layers because I'll continue to work on them. And if I want to delete a layer like this one I'm not using, if I turn the eyeball on, you can't see it because it's behind. But if I move it up over here, it will be in front when I turn it on. So I'm not going to use that one. So I'm just going to go ahead and dump that into the trash, which is right here at the bottom of the layers window. Okay, so here's my SeniorSquare. I think that this is everything I'm going to want. So now I'm going to want to add some type. So here I'm going to go to the type tool. And when you use the type tool, in this case, it might have to think a little bit. We'll wait a few minutes while it does that. When you select the type tool, you'll notice that you get some type characteristics up here. And when you go over your SeniorSquare, you will get this type box. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and drag a box here, and you'll notice that the cursor will be blinking. In this case, you can barely see it, but I'm just going to go ahead and type my name. And I can make this text box smaller or larger if I need to. I can just kind of mouse over the box and bring it in because I may not need it to be that big. Um, and if I want to alter any of the type here, I can just go ahead. You can see that the cursor is at the end there. I can highlight that. And up here, I can change the font. So these offer all different kinds of font, and I can use kind of a felt tip marker. And over here are attributes that I can add to this. So this would be like bold, or in this case, wide. Um, and over here is the size. So I have it at 24 points, but you could do larger. Now, if you notice, I made it larger, but that means that my box is actually cutting off my name. So I've got to kind of mouse over the box and get these arrows in. When I open that box up, I'll be able to see more of my name. And then I can also, so this is what it looks like in white, but maybe I want to change the color. So I'm going to go to the text tool here again, and notice that when the text tool is clicked and I've gone into the area where my type is, the text box goes away. That means it's okay for you to click. That means you're in that original text box. Now up here, I can click a different color. I can go here to the slider and pick a different color, and then use this color picker tool. And you'll see in this area that it will show you what the color was before and then what the new color looks like against that, because maybe you want to do multiple colors. So I could do this kind of blue color, and I could hit OK. I can also, if you notice, when I move off of the color picker window, I can actually use the eyedropper tool to pick up colors in the photographs. And sometimes that's a good way to kind of make things match sometimes. It's interesting. And what it's doing is it's picking up a pixel. Um, and then I'm going to hit enter. Whoops, that deleted it. One undo, Control Z. I'm going to go here to the move tool and apply it. And now I can move this all around. But really, this isn't giving me a lot of bang for I mean, that looks pretty good, actually. That's not too bad, but I'm really not loving it. So I'm going to go back here to my type box. You'll also notice that in the layer window, when you use the type tool, it automatically makes a layer with your type in it. So I'm going to go mouse over that again. I think I might try and find that blue. But I'm probably going to be wimpy and just decide I'm going to do the white. So I'm going to hit white, and then I'm going to click the move tool to apply it, and I'm going to bring that down here and maybe justify it here to the right. So here we go. Here's my senior square, and it's all done. And next video, I'm going to show you how to save it.